Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and welcome to episode 14 of the Inter Miami series. Now, today's episode is going to be a double header against Columbus Crew in the first game, and then we will be taking on FC Dallas in the Leagues Cup semi-final. We made it through. However, surprisingly, Dallas managed to beat Club America from Mexico. So, a pretty interesting, sort of tie for us in that semi-final. We're also going to be away from home, so it's going to be relatively tough, you would have to think. Anyway, let's get into the league table here, the Eastern Conference. As you can see, we're currently in second place. However, we do have a game in hand. We're currently 6 points behind Orlando, so a win today against Columbus will essentially put us just 3 points behind Orlando City, trying to get that first place, allowing ourselves to skip the first round of the playoffs. Anyway, since the last episode, which I believe was the Pumas victory in the first round of the Leagues Cup and the 0-0 draw against Toronto, we've been undefeated. We played 2 friendly games, first of which was against Monterrey. We beat them 3-0, and then we played Atletico and Nacional and beat them 3-0 as well. Sort of during the would it be the summer break? Summer break, I think, I'm pretty sure in America, this sort of time is summer. I want to say it's summer. Honestly, have no idea. Anyway, we followed that up with a 2-0 victory over DC United. As you can see, Mr. Marquee, Mr. Designated Player himself, Raul Ruidiaz, getting himself a brace in this game. Both goals getting us the victory there. We then went into a 2 fixture games against New York City, the first of which was the Leagues Cup quarterfinal. And as you can see, in the 88th minute, Chris Mueller getting the goal to put us into this episode's semi-final for this competition. And then we also had another 1-0 victory over New York City. Both games were away as well. And this time the goal coming late on from Cisneros. So both of our right wingers getting the goals in that one. And then the final game just played was a 3-1 victory over New England Revolution. As you can see, Romano in the first minute, but essentially he got the fastest ever goal in the MLS, I think. It said for the supporter shield, but I'm assuming that just means overall. Don't really know. We also had Rua Diaz getting a goal there, as well as Josh Ripken, of course, the right back from the Super Draft of this season. So yeah, not too many fixtures to go over. Actually, before we get into the lineup, I want to show you the manager performance because we're currently at an A+, which is pretty incredible. As you can see, the border is static with the progress made to the vision. And yeah, this is actually the first time I've ever had an A+ so far. At the moment, the AC Milan series not really going too well. But this one, I feel like we've really developed quite a strong team. And we've definitely got some good players that are allowing us to be fairly dominant, which is awesome. Anyway, let's get into the lineup for today's game. It's going to be pretty similar to how it's been recently. Strand's going to be starting in goals. Olasunde at right back. Zimmerman and Abubakar as the centre-backs, with Gaspar as our left fullback. I'm going to go with Romano on the left wing, Mueller on the right wing, Ronaldo and Martial be the 2 box-to-box midfielders. And then up front, we're going to stick with Keane and Rua Diaz. And I mean, honestly, he was probably the best pickup I could have gotten because he's actually been scoring goals, it was a bit of a worry for us sort of throughout the season. Keane was firing and then he stopped firing. And I think he went like eight games without a goal. So really good to see that, we've got a proven goal scorer in our designated player. Bench today is going to be McDermott, Sigala, Ripkin, Zelim, Cisneros, Mizcic, and Olsen. Get into it. They have a pretty good team. Carleton, former Atlanta United player. Zardes is a very good striker in his own right. Mira The goalkeeper is also not too bad. But obviously, I'm sort of expecting us to win here today. Especially being the home team as well. Alright, Ronaldo with a corner. It's cleared away. Mueller. Back out to Ronaldo. And his cross does get blocked. Columbus could be on a bit of a counter-attack here. That's a really good tackle by Zimmerman. Ronaldo to Gaspar. And that's a bit of a poor ball. Oh, Keane almost manages to steal it away from their centre-back that was kind of lackadaisical in his decision-making. Anyway, Romano down this left-hand side. And I don't think that's a penalty. I'll be very surprised. It's a penalty. Wow. That really didn't look like a penalty. But we'll take it. Keane puts it in the back of the net. 1-0 into Miami. And that's his 10th goal of the season as well. Albeit only a penalty. Alright, well, so far so good. And Carleton's picked up a bit of a knock for them, so hopefully that'll sort of prevent him from doing anything, because he's a pretty good player, Carleton. Very young, very talented. Anyway, Mueller's coming forward here for us. Almost gets tackled, but still keeps the ball. Oh, what a goal by Ronaldo. First goal of the season for him on loan. And that's a really nice goal. 2-0. And you have to say, we're in the driver's seat at the moment. Keane to Mueller. Then a nice pass, a nice setup. I think it did take a little deflection off of Jimenez. Yeah, 2 goals to the good. Martial picking up a yellow card. Want to make sure we ease him off. So prone to picking up yellow cards with this tactic. Romano. Still Romano. Ooh. It was a very weak shot, but it was pretty well placed. We've got Ulasunde also picking up a yellow card. Alright. Possibly could be our highlight again. Martial in midfield. Goes for... Oh my god. Was that a shot? I think it was a shot. It kind of looked like one. Let's have a look here. Oh my goodness. Nah, that has to be a cross. I don't know, that's so weird. Anyway, second goal of the season for Martial. And we are 3-0 up within the first, 30 minutes of the game. And then we still managed to get forward. I'm just going to ease a Boubacar off here. Just want to make sure he doesn't do anything silly. Yeah, Mueller's coming forward. Takes a shot just over the bar. Yeah, we're playing so well. It's really interesting. Hopefully it can continue into the semi-final. Oh, another goal. Rui Diaz. There we go. 4-0 before half-time. We are smashing it at the moment. Fourteenth goal of the season, but of course that does count his goals for Seattle as well. It'd be pretty incredible if he scored 14 goals and he only came in a couple of months ago. But yeah, with the trades in the MLS, it does carry over from club to club throughout the season. We have a lot of yellow cards right now. I might have to start taking some people off. Otherwise, we're playing with fire, I think. Sort of risking that red card, the second yellow. And plus, we're 4-0 up, so we can bring some other people on, I think. Plus, we need to try and save some fitness. Maybe Ruidíaz can come off. I mean, he's probably about to score another goal. No, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Bit of a bad shot by Ruidíaz as well. He essentially shot it straight at the goalkeeper. And Zimmerman can't get his header on target there. Let's make a few subs. Alright, who do we want to bring off? Like I said, Ruidíaz can come off. That's perfectly fine. Zelalem can come on for Ronaldo, I guess. I mean, I could have taken either one off. And finally, yeah, we'll bring Mishcic on for Romano as well. I know it's risky to make all three subs, but at this point, even if we do go down a player due to injury, I feel like we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to concede 4 goals, especially with the way we're playing. Oh, and Mishcic, beautiful goal. And that's his 3rd of the season, and we are 5 goals to the good. 5-0 victory. I mean, there's time for more, so we'll see what happens. Really nice shot there by Mishcic. And it's good to see him, score a goal. It's not been a great season for him so far. I almost feel bad for Columbus a little bit. Kind of. I mean, 5-0's a pretty bad scoreline. And I know if it was me, I'd probably be raging, so... Who knows? They might be able to get a goal back here. No, they don't. Okay. I've had a couple of shots on target, which is good to see. It's also really good to see us being so dominant as well. Oh, he hits the crossbar. Unlucky. That would have been a screamer. Alright, there we go. 5-0 victory over the Columbus Crew. So it's definitely how I wanted to start this episode off. There we go. Keane had played over 11 hours of competitive football before his penalty goal. Martial, man of the match. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to skip forward the 4 days and I'll join you back for the lineup against Dallas. Alright, so let's get into the lineup. The starting 11's exactly the same. However, we've had to make a couple of changes to the bench. Both McDermott and Cisneros are both currently injured for about 4 weeks for Cisneros and 6 weeks for McDermott. So Byron Brown and Salazar have both come onto the bench. But apart from that, everything is exactly the same. This could be our first final if we do manage to beat Dallas here today. I really would like to be in that final. Hopefully the boys can do us justice here today. Because we are having a really good season. And I think making a final possibly even winning it might be, the cherry on top. And it was a pretty good free kick there by Martial. And it does look like we're having majority of the chances so far in this one. Not a lot of highlights though, which is interesting. Alright, finally we get a highlight. And we are in possession. Romano, Abubakar. Nice ball forward into the midfield. Rua Diaz to Gaspar. Olasunde. Oh, so close. That was a really good opportunity. I kind of wish it might have fallen to someone else in that position. Alright, not a very exciting first half, considering how the first game went. Hopefully things do pick up for us in this second half. Oh, that's so lucky. That is so lucky that he's hit the post there. Oh man, we could have been 1-0 behind already. I'm just going to ease Gaspar off, picking up that yellow card there. And now Abubakar has as well. Another free kick. Bressan shoots over. Luckily, again for us. He also had that first opportunity where he hit the post. Alright, so we got Martial. We might make a sub here as well. Martial's not playing too well. I'm going to bring Salazar on. Kind of want to bring Ripken on as well. But I'll leave it for now. Mishcic? Yeah, let's do it. Mishcic on for Romano. Hopefully that'll spark something in the boys. Alright, we go all the way back to Strand. It goes back to Abubakar. Terrible, terrible ball by Abubakar. And luckily, again, for us, I mean, we've gotten lucky at least 3 times that they haven't scored a goal. Alright, so last few minutes, I'm just going to give a shout, push forward. We'll see what happens. I mean, it seems like Dallas are really putting us under the pump. And they have scored a goal. I thought that was offside. I really want to see this replay, because he looked like he was offside. I'm going to look down in this area over here. I think he was offside. Who's that, Abubakar? I think it was Abubakar. That might have just kept him onside. And that's so... I'm devastated. How have we lost that game? Gaspar with a 6.4. That's our first loss in quite a while as well. And we're not going to make our first final. That's really depressing. Anyway, things are going, they're still going relatively well. As you can see, Orlando must have drawn their latest game, so the gap's only 4 points, and we do have a game in hand. So we could essentially close the gap, and we do actually verse them in a few games' time, which will be in the next episode. So the next episode is going to be a doubleheader. We're going to be doing Orlando City and Chicago Fire to wrap up the end of the regular season. And hopefully, we will be top of the Eastern Conference. The Supporter Shield, very, very tight still. As you can see, we're 4 points behind LAFC. We also versed them in the coming games. But as you can see, the gap is actually 4 points because we don't have a game in hand. So, realistically, they might keep that gap. Probably all going to come down to the last 3 games, really. I mean, there's a lot to play for us. Anyways, enjoy the episode, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. And as always, take it easy and goodbye.